New tonight, crowds filled the main assembly hall in downtown Knoxville. Everyone on hand to share an opinion about a new resolution before City Council. For the second time in just a few months, a council member proposed weighing in as a full council about the ongoing battle between Israel and Hamas. Councilmember Amelia Parker appealed to her fellow council members to support her resolution. It calls for immediate U.S. action to prevent further violence and civilian deaths. Reporter Aaron Velasquez was there tonight and heard from supporters and critics of this resolution. Their effort failed, lacking a second to bring Amelia's resolution to a vote.
That's right, John. Supporters and critics of the resolution quickly packed the city council meeting. 3 people spoke in favor and 3 against, but all were met with criticism from their opposition. Again, the resolution failed for a lack of a second from any fellow council members. We heard from a range of people with a stake in the fighting overseas. Security was high, so were tensions. Constant interruptions came from crowds outside the main room. We heard boos and then cheers depending on the speaker. It was a similar scene late last year when Councilmember Parker offered a similar resolution encouraging local leaders to take a stand on this conflict overseas.
The City of Knoxville does not have a foreign policy and doesn't have foreign policy expertise. So overall, this isn't a matter of business for Knoxville City Council to be spending its time on.
Supporters of the resolution say the war may be overseas, but they are feeling the impact here, and they want the fighting to end.
There are many, many members of the Knoxville community who've lost hundreds of family members in the past 6 months. Hundreds. Personally, my family's been terribly affected by this, and so yes, as Americans, it's our obligation to stand up in any way that we can and speak out against this.
Just after the mayor ruled the resolution didn't pass, she moved council into recess to help calm the tensions in the room. We saw more police on hand than a typical council meeting. Again, the crowds tonight, they spilled out of the main room and into the halls. The mayor said publicly she spoke with the fire marshal and public building authority, who expressed concern that opening the second floor balcony might pose a safety risk, and that area was off limits tonight. Back to you, John.
All right, Aaron Velasquez with the scene tonight. Thank you, Aaron.